get started, let's shout out our top pop quiz answers from Instagram. If you would like a chance to be featured in the next pop quiz shout out, head over to Instagram and follow me at VLS Hair Design. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next post. For today's look, my client is going for a messy boho lock look. She typically always wears this look here, but we've been on the hunt for something longer and just a bit messier. Luckily, Janet Collection was kind enough to send over their Tress Maverick Locs for us to try out. Most goddess locks on the market come no longer than 20 inches, but the Maverick locks come in 24 inches and a wide range of colors. Examining the texture closer, I can best describe this as locks fashioned from passion twist hair or water wave hair. I can tell from the silky finish and the curl pattern at the bottom. The hair is handmade, super soft, and each pack comes with 10 locks. For today's look, we'll be using a full 8 packs of hair, 7 in the jet black color and 1 in the color 1B30 for just a little added pop. The look we're going for today is a perimeter crochet, which means she will have individuals crocheted in the front of her head, and in the back we'll do a traditional crochet. These locks are pretty tightly wound, so I won't be able to pull the individuals through the middle. Instead, I'm going to be wrapping the individuals with a similar hair texture. I'll be using this Bohemian Curl by Outre. This client doesn't care to have individuals in the back, so I'm just going to be doing individuals in the front of her head. She also wants her parting to look as natural as possible, so we're doing C parts in the front. I know several of y'all have asked for an updated parting video because the first parting video I did was basic, just basic stuff. So don't worry guys, I'm working on a new one so that I can show you the method to the madness of all kinds of different kinds of parting. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss that one, okay? But anywho, a C part is essentially just a half circle part. And I am just using my hair clip to create each part. You can use a comb if that is easier for you. And I'm starting at the ear and working my way up to the center part of her head. And it's going to end up being about 20 individuals in the front. And essentially for the individuals, I'm just 3-strand braiding them about an inch of the way down and then twisting the way down, because all of that stuff is going to be tucked away. Now, I know some of y'all have been burning up the comments asking the same question, and that is, what is my braid pattern for crochet? The short answer to that is it depends on the person, how much hair they have, and what style they're going for. Not all crochet patterns are made for the same thing. So I'm essentially showing you guys the pattern that I used in my last video. Well, not my last video, the video that I did my crochet locks with. And it works really great for thick and long hair, because the idea is that we want the cornrows to be as flat as possible at the top and leave most of the bulkiness to the back. So you can create more of a natural look and you don't have all those humpy pieces at the top. So basically what I did was the first 2 rows will wrap around the back, and then I'm going to braid straight back cornrows and then tuck the ends into each other. So just watch very closely how I do this. I'm basically just tucking the ends into each other and then braiding them down together. Okay, so now that I have the cornrows done, I'm going to tuck the ends in the best that I can. And now I'm going to show you guys how to secure those ends without needle and thread. So I do this with all of my crochet, anything install. I don't do needle and thread anymore. That's like old school. So what I do is I strategically find structured places where the braid may come loose, and then I attach one of the crochet pieces to it to kind of secure it and lock it into place. So in this case, I found 3 or 4 compromising areas where I thought there may be a little slippage, and I just added a little crochet knot there to secure it so it doesn't come out. So moving on to the rest of this portion, one thing I really want to point out is when you are crocheting in large braided areas, you never want to go underneath the braid. You always want to go through the braid. So make sure you're putting that hook through the actual braid if it's a large piece of the braid. If you're going under the braid, you're creating a larger loop in the knot, so it's easier for the crochet loop to come loose. So you want that loop to be as tight as possible. Now when you get closer to the top where your braids are smaller, then you can go underneath the braid because there's more security up there. So while I finish up this crochet portion of it, I am going to do a quick shout out real quick. If you were wondering why my nails is popping during quarantine, is because one of your classmates has started her own press-on nails business, and I reached out to her and she sent me this set of nails, and I am absolutely in love with it. I already ordered more custom orders of them. So I will leave her information in the description box below. Shout out, girl. You are doing your thing. I am so proud of you. We are all so proud of you. So yeah, that's why my nails is popping, y'all. Oh, and by the way, all I wear is press-on nails. So if you're interested in seeing a video on how I do that type of stuff, just comment below and I will work on getting that out to you guys. All right, so moving on to the individuals, it's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to crochet one of the locks through the base of the individual that we created earlier. I'm gonna make sure I pull that as tight as I can so that loop isn't too bulky. And then to further lock in that individual, I'm going to pull it again through the loop we just created. And there we go, nice and snug. It's not going anywhere. Now, like I said before, this lock is wrapped really tightly, so it's going to be kind of difficult to pull it through. So instead, we're just going to wrap it with that bohemian hair that I showed you guys earlier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it through. Actually, I split it in half. You don't really need a whole lot of hair to do this. I'm going to pull it through. And then because her natural hair is so long, I'm just going to wrap it around the lock to shorten it up a bit. And then I'm just going to wrap that bohemian hair around her natural hair so that none of it sticks out. And since this hair is the same curl pattern and texture as the lock, it is going to blend in pretty much seamlessly. Now that I've gotten to the end of my wrap, there are a couple of different ways you can secure the ends. If you feel more comfortable, you can use nail glue, but in this case, I only needed to tie a couple of knots in it. And then for the end pieces, I'm just going to crochet them through the middle of the lock. Since she doesn't mind the super messy look, we're just going to let that little piece hang out a little bit, but feel free to trim it off if you wish. So that is it for this week's video, you guys. Thanks for hanging in there and staying tuned. I hope you guys learned something, and if you did find something useful out of this, make sure you hit that thumbs up. It helps this channel out so much. Special thanks to Janet Collection for sending over their Maverick Locs. My client absolutely loved them to pieces, so thank you again. All the information you need about them will be in the description box below. Again, if you feel like you learned something, hit that like button and make sure you share it with a friend. And welcome all of our new subscribers and classmates. We are so happy to have you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you because you guys keep me on my toes and motivated. But wait, before you go, you know it's testimony time. If you have learned something valuable from Braid School, be sure to share it with us in the comments below for a chance to be featured in an upcoming video. You never know how your story can have a positive impact on someone else's journey. If you like this video, you'll probably like these. Subscribe for more videos like this each and every week.